International Sportsman's Expo kicks off this Thursday, which is tomorrow, at the Mountain America Expo Center.
Joining us now in this sponsored interview is one of the many vendors you will meet at the Expo, Laura Titensor, owner of SoulScript Studio. Welcome, Laura. Happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
A lot to dive into with the big Expo, but let's start with SoulScript. Tell us about your company.
Okay, SoulScript Studio is essentially, we're storytellers, and we do that in a variety of ways: videography, photography, and then actually helping people navigate their own life stories. So mentoring, that's at its basics. Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit too about the Expo and why you would want to be there in the first place.
Yes. So the reason why I'm there is I'm going to be teaching a class on helping families create resilient kids through the outdoors. So I was running a nonprofit called Crayons and Karens, and it was all about getting families outside because I really felt like it was very beneficial for families to do that. And so at this expo, we're trying to include more families and more camping. So I'm one of 4 teachers or speakers that are going to be teaching a class at this expo.
This is really neat. I feel like we live in a space where we can take advantage of being outside and exploring, but there really is a benefit, probably multiple benefits to getting outside. That's why I love spring so much. The kids do better, they sleep better, they're happier when we've been outside. What are the benefits you find?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the main component that I love is that it pushes our kids out of their comfort zones. So it's just a natural environment for kids to be able to have to be able to navigate situations that they wouldn't be navigating within their own house. Like weather is something that you can't control. Well, what are you going to do when that weather rolls in? What are you going to do when you get stung by a bee? How are you going to cope with that? So there's also, the big obvious benefits of getting them out of their screen time, but I think the biggest thing is getting out of our comfort zone, which we don't do enough of these days.
I'm probably one of those families. We've just gone through winter and we've been stuck in the house, and it's so easy to do screen time and let's watch a movie together. Yeah. So perfect timing. How would you suggest to get families motivated? Because I think that is, for us, we're not naturally, we're going to go camping. We're going to go hiking necessarily, but how do we get motivated?
I think you just start small and you start exactly where you're at. So you don't have to go and buy a big tent, or you don't have to go out and fishing, and fish. It can be just like, how are we going to start? Maybe that looks for you like we're going to go and have a picnic up in the canyon, and we're going to learn how to make a campfire, something simple like that. It can even be even more simple, like we're going to go down this big slide at the park. I'm going to get you out of your comfort zone there. So you just are going to start wherever you're at.
Wait, that just gave me so many ideas. Maybe you drive up to a different spot of the canyon and you just go for a little exploration walk, or you set up your picnic there. What else will you be encouraging people to do, and what will you be teaching this weekend?
Basically just that, getting out of your comfort zone. There's a book that I love called The Comfort Crisis, and in there they encourage people to do what he calls a misogi. And essentially this is some kind of a challenge where you have a 50-50 chance of completing this challenge. You also can't document it, like share it on social media, and it's just something to push your own boundaries, to teach you what your perceived limitations are and how to get over those perceived limitations. So just encouraging people to do their own misogi, if you would say. So
will that resonate with the kids? Like, adults can understand that concept. Can kids, and what ages can we get them motivated and accomplish these goals?
I mean, anyone in any space, any age has something that's going to challenge them, right? So what is something, do you have kids?
I do. I have a 9 and a 12-year-old.
Okay.
And so they've grown up in the electronic age.
Yeah. So what is something that your 9-year-old would be challenged with?
I think exercising.
Okay.
I think just truly getting outdoors.
Yeah. So what is a misogi that you could create for them where they would have basically a 50-50 chance of actually completing that? And the point is to really push those boundaries. So getting uncomfortable with like maybe a chance that you won't complete it.
Huh, and maybe a reward system at the end?
I don't think so. I think
Really?
the reward
Is
is
accomplishing.
going through it.
Yeah, because every time you push yourself out of your comfort zone, and we know this as adults who have done that, that's where the growth is.
Yeah.
So we set that example and we just keep introducing the kids to it, right?
Yes.
I love it. Okay, the Sportsman's Expo happens tomorrow through Sunday at the Mountain America Expo Center in Sandy. Everything you need and tickets available at sportsexpos.com. Thank you so much. We needed that.